is because when we do order of operations or PEMDAS, right, there's a distinctive order, okay? You do parentheses first and then exponents. You can follow a certain order. When you're talking two-step equations, I cannot say, well, you always do addition and subtraction first, or you always do multiplication and division first, because every single problem is unique. So, it's just a matter of practice, 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 okay? So, if we look at number one, so the best way is just to straight up learn. So, if we look at number one, what variable are we going to be solving for today? N, perfect, okay? So, if we look at this problem, what are we going to do first? The parentheses, or distribute, okay? And just a quick reminder from yesterday, okay, where do letters go? Yeah, letters go on the left. Left and right. And then we had two groups from yesterday. What was group one? Plus and minus, perfect. Look at Gracie killing it today. Plus and minus, what was group two? Multiplication and division. Okay, same thing, those are still important. Okay, so we're going to distribute. As I looked at your papers yesterday, some of you guys, your number was right, but you forgot the negative sign, or you put a negative sign, which tells me you need to use a calculator. Okay, so, negative 4 times negative 1, it's going to be positive 4. Negative 4 times, what number is in front of the n? 1. It's a 1. So negative 4 times 1, it's going to be minus 4, and I got 1n. Okay, so there are two ways to look at this. If you have Miss Fennell, she teaches it a little bit different than I teach it. It's the same concept. So Miss Fennell always talks about, some of you guys, even if you don't have a mom and dad, okay, somebody has dated somebody in your life, okay, or you might be dating somebody, or you know a couple, an adult couple, okay, not a kid couple. So, when me and my husband go on date night, do we take our kid? Why not? They are a pain in the butt, Gracie. Perfect answer. But why don't you take your kid on date night? Would you take your little sister on a date to prom with you guys? Yeah. Why not? Okay, it's date night. You don't take somebody on date night with you. Okay, so if we look at the letter and the variable, okay, this is always the couple. Okay? And they want to go out for date night. So whatever is attached with that variable, that's the couple. They want to go on date night. So they need to get rid of that little brother, that little sibling. So how do I get rid of this? What type of sign is in front of it? There is no sign in front of it?
Wait, don't you gotta get rid of the 4 first?
Yeah, you do, but what do you gotta get rid of? What kind of sign is in front of the 4? It's addition, so who's his buddy? Subtraction, so we need to subtract 4 from both sides. We're trying to get the couple to have some alone time. Okay, so our 4's cancel. We got this 4n couple. Oh, look, I didn't even do the math. So 44 minus 4 is going to be 40. Okay, so now we have just our couple. Okay, and they got their equal sign and their kids are left at home. Okay, this is not the best example ever, but however, this is the example that she uses. So the couple goes out on date night and they get into a fight and they decide, no, we're breaking up. Okay, so it just didn't work out. That's okay, it happens. So how do we break this up? Because we're trying to solve for n. Okay, what operation is that right now? What's happening with this negative 4n? It's multiplication, so who's his buddy? Division. What am I dividing by? Negative 4. Okay, if I do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side. So I got n equals 40 divided by negative 4. It's going to be negative 10. Okay, so same thing. It's time for date night. Who's the little brother? Okay, what can we do? We need to get rid of stuff, move stuff around until we get the couple by themselves. Who's the couple, who's the little brother? Huh? You really got a bunch of kids in this one. Okay, so I don't love this method, but you can do it. So if that's gonna work for you, do it. Okay? I always do letters go on the left. Okay, so is this a letter or a number? Letter or a number?
Letter.
So we know that this guy for sure stays. Is this a letter or a number? Number, okay? So you have to move the 5 first because it's on the bottom. Okay, so how do I get rid of divide 5? Multiply 5, okay? So I'm gonna say times 5. If I do it to one side, you gotta do it to the other side. So what happens to the 5s over here? They cancel. What are you left with? Huh? Negative 2 plus p. We haven't done anything with those. Okay? What's 0 times 5? 0. Okay, same thing. Keep asking yourself, is this a letter or a number? Number. Where do numbers go? To the right. Okay, so how do I get rid of a minus 2? Add 2. If I do it to one side, so I got p equals, what's 0 plus 2? 2. Okay, I'm not one of them type of people. If you like the little brother method, do the little brother method. Okay, if you like the other method, do the other method. If you know of another method, do the other method. I do not care. Okay, but you can't start moving stuff that's not legal moves. Okay, you have to actually move stuff in a certain order, and I would love to be able to tell you that there's one distinctive order, but there's not. Okay? Let's look at 4. So, 4, is this a letter or a number? Number, where do numbers go? To the right. Is this a letter or a number? Letter, stay on the left. Is this a letter or a number? Number. Okay, so we have 2 numbers to move. Which number do you need to move first? Huh? So if you move the 10, you have to multiply this one by 10, and you have to multiply this one by 10, and this one by 10. Okay, so you can totally do that. It's a legal move, okay? Or you can move the 1 first. It does not matter, is the truth on this problem. Now, is that going to work for every problem? No. So, in this case, I'm just going to move the 1 first, because this, so the thing with the variable is always going to get moved last, unless it's like attached, okay? So, you're going to say plus 1. If I add 1 to one side, what do I do to the other side? Plus 1. Okay, these ones cancel. What are we left with on the left? P over 10 equals what? 2. Perfect. Okay, now what? Huh? Times by 10. Okay, why are we timesing by 10? Because right now it's division. Okay, if you do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side. So P equals 2 times 10 is going to be 20. Okay, if you can get 2 step down, multi-step's a breeze. Okay, so if it makes you feel any better. Can I scroll? Okay, look at 5. What do we need to move first? Move the 2 first. So how do I move that 2? Subtract. Perfect. Okay, right now it's add, so we're going to subtract. If I do it to one side, got to do it to the other side. So I got a over negative 3 equals negative 5. I almost couldn't think. I'm like, what is that? Okay, what's going to be my next step? Times by negative 3. So I got a equals 15.